Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Okay, see, I work in education, so I'm gonna need another good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. All right, there we go. I'm an extreme extrovert, so I need all of your energy to keep this going and make this happen. So, stop faking it. I want to go with a little pun of like, if you've seen those sling commercials, how they're trying to intrigue everybody like come to a slinger party. But it's a sling TV. So stop faking it. Discovering self through community. One of the biggest things in life is trying to discover self and figure out who we are and where we're going and what we're doing. My life has been a key example of that. Little kid from Vallejo, whoop whoop. Big family, middle child of 6, and the typical middle child thing happened with me is, you lose yourself between the older siblings and then the younger siblings. And so having a single mom and me being there in the middle and my brothers and sisters all around me, I was really trying to figure out who I was and what this life was for me. Never really knew. I love, always been around people, love enjoying doing things, play football. Football was a wonderful thing for me. Wish I could still play today, but that's not my calling. So, my journey has been, one to try to understand, and it wasn't really, it was going through life and trying to discover life and figure out what that was for me. I didn't know what life was. Like, nobody gave me the key. I remember one of the biggest things when I wanted to learn to drive. I went to my mom, I was like, Mom, I really want to learn to drive. And she was like, nobody taught me, so I'm not going to teach you. And so I was like, okay, that was the dynamic with my mom. So I was like, I know I really can't go to you for resources, so I got to find and discover my own resources, or let the resources come to me, which what I found out later along in life. And so going into high school, when I was in high school, like I said, I played football, loved football. School was supposed to come talk to me, they never came, so I was like, forget football, that's not for me. And I remember thinking about college, but never really thinking college was for me. Like, I came from a working class family. Like, my mom and all her brothers and sisters, they just worked. Like, working was a thing. And so I was like, okay, I'll just graduate from high school, I'll work. I remember Costco came to our school. Costco was huge. I worked at Costco for a season. And then the Air Force came, and I was thinking about enrolling into the Air Force. But it wasn't until my senior year in my economics class when we got a substitute teacher, and I'll never forget her name, Ariane White, an amazing substitute teacher. She was the first person to help me believe that I could go to college. And she just poured a little bit of inspiration into me, and it wasn't no specific word or whatever she said, just the feeling that she gave to me that, you can do this. And I was like, okay, I can kind of do this. Still didn't really know what I was doing, was still exploring. I started off college, I was just getting a FAFSA check. I was like, they're gonna pay me to go to school? I was like, okay, great, I'll go do that. Like, I can make that happen, I can do that. And so, I did a lot of exploring. Like, my first year, I was, if you can't believe this or not, I'm up here talking, but I used to be extremely shy. Like, nobody can ever believe that. My coworkers are like, Doug, you're crazy. I was a shy person. So my first year at school, I took communications, and I took a acting class. Because I was like, I wanted to break out of this. Like, I wanted to do something different. Plus, I knew now that I was in college, I wasn't taking math and science. Those were not my subjects. I was like, I'm grown now, I'm 18, I'm not taking no math or science. That was not my thing. And so, with that, I took these classes and started, developing my skills and stuff more. And then I was like, okay, maybe school was kind of for me. I was like, let me try this a little bit more. So then I went and I was like, okay, let me try math again. Took math, bomb, F, failed, horrible. It was crash. And so I was like, okay, so maybe, I don't know. And then still didn't seek out no help. I remember one of the biggest things that was influential into my life in college the first time I went, I went to talk to my counselor and I was telling her all these things I wanted to do. I was like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this. And so she just handed me a sheet of the classes that I needed to take, and then just highlighted them and then handed it to me. No inspiration, no nothing, no growth. So I'm like, okay. Tried another math class again, bomb, failed. And then I just transferred schools. I was like, you know what, this school isn't for me. So I just went to another school, went to another community college. Same thing happened. So I was like, you know what, forget school. I dropped out in a year and a half. And then so my life changed drastically after working at a grocery store, which will teach you a lot of great skills, but don't stay there forever. And then I ended up going to DVC, which I really love DVC Community College, you know, a very great school for me. And something I learned there was really growth and community. And so as a community college person, and I'm a career counselor at Holy Names, a lot of my students are always saying, oh, I'm gonna just fake it till I make it. I'm gonna just fake it till I make it. And I'm like, I don't like that saying. I'm all about changing the narratives in this life and this life that we're going through. And so my belief and what has helped me in my life is believing in others. So people might probably remember this challenge a couple years ago, you know, the invisible box challenge. And so, you know, the cheerleader, you know, steps on a box. I'm not gonna track, I'm not that good. But she tries to take a step. But the thing is, she's trying to get somewhere, but she can't go past that first step because she's faking it. You can't go anywhere, you can't move anywhere up in life with really faking it. You can do something and you can portray something and do something for a while. I usually like to call it retail. I work retail for a long time. You know, people come in, hey, great, nice to meet you. Like, how can I help you? After so long, that will wear off. I work retail 10 plus years, but to try to take those steps to the next level, you can't build anything on the faking it method. You can't really grow from that. So how do I tell my students, like, you know, how to really believe and develop and grow? And so I'm a very big fan of Wakanda and the Black Panther and everything. And so the scene when he goes back to the ancestors, when he doesn't understand, was very powerful to me because that's what's helped me get to this point in my life. I wouldn't be here without the people that really drastically changed my life. One of the biggest moments I remember was at UC, and I was in my English class, and our teacher would break us up into different groups every week to like help us write our papers. And I remember going to her to our office hours and asked her, why don't you put me in a group with my friends? I was like, I'm very mad at you. I didn't say that though, but I was like, very mad at you. Why won't you put me in a group with my friends? And she said, I see a leader in you. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, you're crazy. Never seen myself as a leader, never thought that was going to be part of my life. Never saw myself as a leader. That was other people, that was for other people. And so I remember going home, and then like over the weeks thinking about it, I was like, okay, I like this lady. She seems very cool, she's very knowledgeable. And she's saying she sees something in me, but that I don't see it in myself yet. So I was like, well, let me believe in that until I find the faith to believe in myself, to grow and to develop. So, you know, it's like, what does success look like for us? You know, how can I believe in myself? Sometimes we have to believe in others until we believe in ourselves. One of the things I like to say, especially now being in education and helping people, I love helping people. Like, I can help people all day until I need to go take a nap and then recharge. But I believe we're all gardeners in somebody's life. And like somebody said earlier today, presenting, you know, we're planting seeds. So I believe that we're either planting seeds in somebody's lives, we're watering the seeds that are already there. And just last year, a student, when I gave her this method, we're pulling weeds. Because that's what people are going through. We're all a gardener and gardeners at the same time in our life. And how we grow and develop and how we are inspiring other people to do their best. Even if it's just being in a space. Like, you don't have to be no big old philosophical leader and know all these terms and everything, but it's how can you hold a space for somebody? And how can you encourage somebody to do better and be better? And so I have a gazillion friends in this world, and I have a gazillion friends that I haven't even met yet. That's how I look at life. And so in my office is this picture of photos of all the people who've been very instrumental in my life, and co-workers, friends. Let's see if I get this pointer. This right here is a teacher that I met back in high school who really inspired me to be who I am and everything. These communities, what our ancestors used to do, lean into those people who really believe and develop into us. Those are the ones when we don't have it in ourselves that we need to lean into until we can find it in ourselves. Thank you.